All right, so I'm using the Golden Dreams Lenormand by Taroko Studio, and I want to see what's. Well, here's my question. I'll just do it like I'm all by myself in my head talking to myself, because that's kind of what's going on here right now. But anyway. I'm calling in my guides, my guardian angels, my spirit team that connects, that it lives in the highest realms of love, which is also truth and light. It's all one and the same. And I want to know what will happen on February 7th when we have the State of the Union address given by Biden. I want to know how safe or not will the House be for his address, but also what else can we expect? Because of course, remember when Nancy Pelosi used to be in the back behind Trump and how that went? So it'll be Kamala and McCarthy behind Biden. I have a feeling it's going to be a big old shite show, but I want to let go of my bias, only bring the truth through, and I'm going to do a mini grand tableau with this. I chose this deck because it has extended cards, and the images are large and easy for you guys to see, and I'm going to draw 21 cards. So bear with me. When Hilda gets time, maybe she'll get to the timestamps, and then you can just click on that to see the cards. But it's good to know my question in the very beginning too, which I try to put into the title. I think I do pretty good with that. Okay, let me throw myself forward into time. February 7th. It's right around the corner. In the House chambers. Okay. 1, 2. Fourteen, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and I'm going to take the 2 off of the bottom as well. Wow, that used up a lot of cards. Okay. All right. Ooh, so this would be Biden, right? There's the man. If the woman comes through, that'll be Kamala. I doubt it would be Jill in a political situation, but so there's Biden. Let's see, I probably have to move them all the way up and over. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right. So now I can frame these up. I think they'll all fit. If not, I'll stop and bring the camera up. Now here's Kamala. Kamala Mamala. Okay. I am liking this reading. We don't have dangerous cards here. I wanted the doggy to come through personally, but We do have the protective bear. Oh, good, and everything fit. Okay. Even if it cuts off a little. Let's see, I can go down here. And usually the closed captioning will just lay right on top of the cards. So, you guys, if anybody, if you know that that's not true, let me know. The other thing is that there's YouTube nowadays has transcripts, but I need to enunciate more properly, I think, or better, for that to come through correctly. It's like, I wonder, do they get the hoe bag in there? I don't know. when I talk that way. Okay, so we don't have any danger down here at the bottom of the deck, but we do have a minimization of the rules, a minimization of secrets. Then we also have toxic secrets. That's interesting. The mice can be, you know, just about as bad as the what do you call the fox? We didn't have the fox come through. So I think that this has to do with McCarthy. I think he'll be as negative as he can. I think he'll try to, excuse me, steal the show with his lies. Lies about, I think he'll probably throw a lot of shade if he's, I don't think he's allowed to speak, is he? I don't remember that being the case ever. But then again, maybe he introduces, well, he's the one that had to invite, so the House Speaker is the one that invites the president. And he did that already. But I'm feeling like this at the bottom here is like he did that with secrets in mind. And this probably has to do with the stolen documents, Biden's stolen documents, misplaced documents. I don't believe they were planted, and I don't believe they were planted. But it was a mismanagement, and I think these are the documents. He's gonna. I think between now and the State of the Union address, and I don't know if Biden will be able to. Maybe that is the other basis here. Is maybe these two cards are saying we will not hear from Biden speaking about it because legally, with that special counsel, he's supposed to keep his mouth shut. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that's what one layer, these two at the bottom, are about. Okay, so now that that's done, chopstick here. So yeah, okay, so there's, this would be all branches in a political reading. This feels to me like all political branches of the government. And this is Biden. He's up here in one of the most powerful positions because, you know, he's looking forward. He's up at the top, first of all. And he's at the beginning of the reading. So if you're reading a grand tableau for yourself, you always want to look for your card to see where you land. I've done those before where I landed like down here, and all this stuff was weighing down on me, and I had to work with finding all my gifts from the past, you know, to move forward. Like when you land down here, it's the worst one. This is the best position. So he's coming in with a new start. He's coming in with some level of innocence, and there's going to be some improvement for him after this. The improvement card, Knights, down here to the bouquet, which is, I think, being well received. And the bear here these are all really good cards. Like I said, the clouds is kind of a sucky card, but not, I don't have the whip, I don't have the scythe, I don't have the other, dangerous cards, which there are extras in this deck. The cross is challenging, but it's more about having faith. But this is the burden, and it is hanging over. I think this would be Kamala having a lot of faith in Biden and that wisdom and the improvement, and she's looking forward to success as well. The bear is the boss. Here's Biden as the boss. Biden as managing all his opportunities that he possibly can. And he did accept the invitation. He did, he is going to, as of a couple of days ago, he's definitely going to do the State of the Union address. Like I said, February 7th. So there's that indication there. Let's go with the four corners to see what they, frame in. Or maybe I'll just go with, these two rows and include the center cards as well. So anyway, back to the tree, like I was saying, it's all branches of the government. This is him analyzing and giving all his energy and where he is healthy and grounded. This could be a karmic reading that has to do with all the years of, the karmic situation that has to do with all the years of his service. I think he's been in service for about 40 years. Because, this is a card of time, long, slow growth time, and he's gonna pull from all of his resources down here. Imagine, like the big old taproot of a big oak tree, or any large tree. They always have a huge taproot. That's how they, you don't necessarily have to water them after a certain age. They tap into the groundwater. I do. I water mine a little bit though. But all depends on the weather, right? So anyhow, I feel like he's going to be deeply analyzing whatever gifts he can bring through. He's going to speak rationally and calmly, and he's going to surprise us somehow or another with his, the harmony that he has within. We have to remember, he has Neptune and Libra in his 10th house, and he does have that Virgo, North Node that allows him to be very grounded and tap into the details of what needs to be said. And I'm sure they're working immensely on that speech for him, or it's maybe already done. I would think they're working on it now, but on February 7th, I feel like he's going to come through feeling bringing harmony to us, happiness and harmony. This is a really good card. It's also a card of recovery. And then I'm going to skip forward over to here. I think he's going to bring some harmony and recovery to this uncertain situation. But then on the 6th, or the 7th, I'm sorry, this is him probably having to detach from the whatever's going on in the GOP House floor, with those guys. You can imagine, I think in the background, there's going to be some crazy making. But that's, they're going to throw some shade, basically, is what I'm saying with this cloud card. All right? And for some of them, it's going to open up Pandora's box. So this would be the House GOP. And here, look at those guys. That's them. But the light, it will expose. So the light will show who the crazy ones are. We're going to see it like right there. I mean, we already know who they are, but it's everyone on national TV if they watch it. And maybe there's one, because there's always a gift that comes with. No matter what the problem is, there's always a gift that comes with the issue. And I'm feeling like one of the gifts with this whole, mishandling of documents case, and they have found some more as of, I think, yesterday. But the not getting ahead of it is his problem, and withholding that they knew about it a couple of months ago. That's the only thing. The rest of it is all on his assistants. His people that were supposed to support him. And one of my awesome viewers commented that I have to remember that all of this happened for him. The papers or the documents that have gone missing or were missing, that got mixed up in other boxes. All of this happened after he had, lost his son to, I think it was a brain tumor. He lost Bo. So can you imagine? He was grieving, and he was, supporting, Biden, or not Biden, I'm sorry, Obama, I would think, still by that point. So, and then having to deal with a funeral and everything else. So, and then the 2016 election comes in, and maybe he thought he was clear and everything was done, but obviously some people didn't pack things up correctly. And I feel that's on the National Archives Records Administration. They need a better system. And maybe that's why we have that tree card here. The tree is the system of, you could say, nomenclature, language. It relates to, it could be the libraries, right? I mean, it's systems that are organized. It can be a karmic organization within your own body. It can be any system, but their organization. It could be a healthcare organization, right? In this situation, I feel like this would be our stand-in card for NARA, or NARA, NARA, however you want to say it. So, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shade thrown from the monsters, is what I'm getting here. Okay, so now I feel like the important thing is I'll go with this 9-box square here because it's the most important. So the bear brings in his authority, his control, his strength, his power, and his protection. He's on top of his protection. So this, because of the tree card here, this feels to me like his Secret Service protection. I think there'll be more protection on that house floor than there normally is. And I was thinking, like maybe they'll use the hand, the child card up here is it's something small or something new, but it's also a card that's ruled by Cancer and the Moon, Sun in Cancer or the Moon in Cancer, and it's very protective. So, and this could be something small that can move in and out of, like the nest, the house floor. And I was thinking of, those TSA wands where, yeah, you step through the thing, but then they go over your body. Like, he could bring those things in, and everybody, if they want to get on the house floor, they have to go through them, right? And I'm thinking that that's probably what his people will do. Yeah. So yeah. And then he's going to use his opportunity to shine his light. There's improvement that will come through. Strength here, strength here, strength here, shining your light here, revealing his plan, using the opportunity. There could be two very important things that he talks about as well. But, this whole line here is very good. And this line here is especially good. And then this diamond here. The only thing I haven't addressed is this this arch card, and this brings in a new beginning as well. So we have a new beginning up here and a new beginning here. This is a card of change and transformation, and he might just have to, let go of any and all, like ego attachments. They're saying on the news he's frustrated with what happened in the documents, issue. But like I got with that very first reading, he's a forgiving person. Eventually he'll get to that place where he can just let it all go. And this might be what this is about, because this card is knighting to him. He's also knighting to the sun, which is success. This is, one of the best cards in the deck. And it also shines light on everything around, right? And around is also knighting, right? So strong, strength, strong, steady, grounded strength. Yeah. Anything else with this one? I think he's just going to keep moving forward. He'll get across that threshold because of the sun card here. Yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, the same thing with Kamala too. I think with Kamala, she brings in some new strength for him. She helps him with getting over that threshold. I think she helps with the timing of certain events as well. I think, of course, she's working with him. She's helping him with this. She's very committed to him. She has, the wisdom of the owls with her. She has her instincts. She has her, with her Libra sun, she has her verbal communication that connects really well, I think, with his Neptune and Libra. And yeah, I think all that's really good. She deeply cares about him. And I think she's also handling any news I think she's helping him with this legal situation, because we have this knighting here. So these cards actually look really good. Let's see, when I scooch over here, I know this ship looks kind of weird with the octopus legs, but it's just the way this deck was created. But anyway, for over here, we have movement. Excuse me, hold on. Movement, enterprise. Other keywords with the ship have to do with journeys. It does rule the 9th house. This card's ruled by Jupiter in the 9th house, in Sag. So it is all, like political processes. Hold on one second. I need to grab some water. Okay, that's better. So anyway, back to the ship. It's also a card of, besides movement, it's like transportation. So I feel like this square over here, this box, is talking to his protection, his alliances, traveling alliances that are solid. And they're watching all the time with the owls, up here, watching constantly, because they know that every second something, could change. So I feel like they'll have those chambers locked down. And then down here with the balloon, this is like the 9 of Cups in the tarot. This is, major fulfillment. It has to do with dreams coming true. It can be like the 6 of Wands as well, with the victory and the public recognition. But it's a card of success. Even in spite of the shade that those in the house will be throwing from the GOP. So, for the most part, with the public, he's going to have some heartfelt connections and success. So it feels good to me, and looks like Kamala's safe, and really the only challenging, there are 3 challenging cards out of 21. And so let's just talk about those for a moment, and then I'll be done. With the cross, it can be to have faith, but it can also be our card of burdens. And it's like it's your cross to bear. It's your responsibility. So she feels like she's taking on some burden for him, I think. I think she's feeling, this whole documents thing it's a burden. But it's okay. The biggest burden is, what's coming out on the news all the time. And I know everybody's tired of hearing about it. But let's look at the burden card here. Knighting to strength. And then knighting to the movement forward. Knighting to the ship. Cross to the bear to the ship. Right? And then the cross to the clover brings in that element of recovery. The clover's a recovery card. And then the heart down here, when it's all done, he'll have more faith. It's just something he's having to go through. And again, like I said, it's on the NARA. They need to have a better system. With the classified top secret documents, the whole system. There are so many things that need to be revamped in our government. Oh my God. We need background checks and psychological testing and, the things that cops and firefighters have to go through. Why don't government officials, political government officials need to go through that? That is ludicrous that we don't have that law in place. So, it seems like voters have to go through more than the politicians, right? I mean, we're supposed to know that they aren't born in another country or haven't been a citizen for I think it's at least 7 years. But we don't really know the truth about what's his name, Santos. So, but anyway, with this situation with Biden, I'm feeling like he's going to be fine. I feel like I would have liked to see the dog there, but we already know. I mean, there's nothing stronger than the bear when it comes to protection, but we know that he has Secret Service detail and he can always have some extra, and yeah. So I think it's going to be a completely different situation. Yeah. So, and the other negative card would over here, or one of the other negative cards with the clouds. So with the meaning of the clouds is that we can be doubtful, we can be feeling doubtful, things can be hidden, things can be distorted, but it's more of like a moody type of a card, The people can be confused and uncertain and we're worried about what's going to happen. But over time, things I think will start feeling more solid. But what we are going to see here with these 4 cards, I feel like this is the GQP that really is stuck. And we're going to keep seeing that kind of movement over time. And then to address Pandora's box here, this card has the meaning of, just complicated issues because people are interfering. But it's also a card of grief, but knowing that, the light always shines through. And I think this is, we could look at this as being like the treasure trove of all the top secret documents that were supposed to be, locked in somewhere and not ever removed. But he didn't pack up his own office because one of those places, one of those movements, he wasn't even in the country when it happened. So somebody else, of course, packed everything up. I don't think any of those guys do their own packing. So I think I'm done. This looks complete to me. If there is, in an issue here, so with the burden of the documents, that I think that will move forward in a good way, and the news will get much better because we have, you know, this is the Rider is our news card. It's also our people that deliver things to us, and moving forward. But these are all good cards around the Rider, so that's good. And then, like I said, with the cross knighting to the bear and then down to the good news, I think all this is going to clear up and everything will be just fine. But for the 7th, you know, we can expect the shenanigans, and we have them here and here. But that's all. It could be way worse, and we don't have the other negative cards. So, okay, well, thanks you guys. Take good care. Big hugs. Bye.